you up? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen in Radio Lrtn. This is platform for education coming to you from Studio Lrtn Radio and Television Network, Almond Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States of America. We will be discussing this morning what we call positional asphyxia. Positional asphyxia. In medicine, like many of you nurses and doctors knows about it already, positional asphyxia most of the time occur with babies. You find the baby in a crib dead. It based on the position the baby was in. The position the baby was in is what caused the baby to die because could not have enough oxygen. If you put the baby down in the crib, most of the time they advise you lay the baby on the back or lay the baby on the side, but do not lay the baby face down. Because if you lay the baby face down, it stop. You will block the airway, and the airway of anybody or every human being or every living thing we see, or especially the one that move around, is the nose, the mouth. All right, the nose and the mouth. So if you lay the baby down on face down, you will block the baby airway. The nose is blocked. The nose is against the mattress or the pillow. The mouth is against the mattress or the pillow. So what you're doing there, that means the baby is not getting enough air. And you know, because the baby does not have enough air, you see this baby will be turning blue. But he might not cry. The baby will not cry. He will just turn blue until he becomes asphyxiated and he died. So we have to be careful with the position. The position is the problem. That's why we call asphyxiated positional asphyxiation. The way you lay the baby, you can never lay the baby down with face down. If you even lay the baby down on the side, be sure that something is on the side, or wash that baby frequently, or you put the baby in the sitting position while you can wash the baby every now and then. But laying the baby in the crib and you're doing things on the outside, or you're doing something in the kitchen, is not advisable. And this is where we find sudden death of the baby, because the baby airway has been blocked based on the position, based on the way that you lay the baby in a crib. So that's not the right way to put the baby. So, and the baby, every human being, they have to take in air. When they're taking air, their lungs expand. And like we told you, we have said from time to time, the lungs is like a balloon, and the small balloon. That's how it is. So you take in air, the balloon blew up like that with the good air, and after that it changed with the bad one come into the balloon, and the good one is leave the balloon at the end of it. All right, that's what we call a change of gas. Then when the person breathe out, he breathe out the carbon dioxide outside. Okay, he breathe out. That's the carbon dioxide coming there. All right. So you must be able. If you are not expanding your lungs properly, then you are not getting the amount of oxygen that you need for your body to receive, for your body organ to work. So you must be able to breathe properly. That's why nothing goes wrong with your lungs that will allow you to run around, or you may not even sit straight because you will be short of breath. You will be short of breath. If you taking in air that is not enough, it's not going to be advisable for you. You will not breathe properly. Your body organ will not work properly. All right. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to let you see the position of a baby we're talking about when we lay the baby in this position. So let's see let's show you a demonstration of how, or the position of a baby, how we lay the baby down. So we'll show you the baby. Show the baby here. You see, that's how, this is what we're talking about. If you position the baby like that on the mattress or in the crib, all right, you see, you can only see one eye of the baby showing, but the nostril, both nostrils may be completely black, the mouth will be closed, all right, and the baby only depending on the nostril for air. Now, if you block the air, the baby doesn't know whether or not it's not right. He's not breathing right to term. Doesn't know that. He doesn't have that sense yet. So he will lie down there and completely continue to suffocate because there are no air and he's not taking enough air. And that goes on. Maybe the mother is in the kitchen doing something, or the mother is on the outside cleaning up or so, and thinking that the baby is in the crib just sleeping. But not so. That baby would have been dead maybe 2-3 minutes ago, and while you are still outside. You see, this is what we're talking about, positional asphyxia. You put the person in the position where they will not have enough oxygen to supply the body organ in their body. So the body organ become completely deficient from oxygen, deficient of oxygen. So as a result, many of them will not function properly, especially the brain will not function properly. It will not be the right way to do it. So the next thing we're going to discuss with you, when we come back from the break, will be another position that you will be looking at, and that's going to be with adult position by, law enforcement people. So we're going to be talking about that later on. But in the meantime, we're going to take a break and we'll come right back.
Before you come, you got to have masks. You wear gloves that fine, but you got to have your nose mask and cover your face here. Why you put it on? They clip that. You see how I do my own? Just fasten it and put your nose mask on and stand 6 feet from me.
Okay, but look at that paper. The way making that paper, I don't know what it is.
Myself gets on two on my desk here.
What is it?
The paper that to count everybody in America.
For what?
They call it a census. A census to count all the people who are here. When the government know how many people in Pennsylvania, for example, they stay what they be in, that how the government can get money to help take care of us.
Money?
No, the money not for you. The money for the government here to take care of us. So, for example, each person when they come in, the government give $2,000 They policy for their care. So which means they different program in Pennsylvania, the money will go to that. Then how we now the citizens can benefit. So their program they call WAKE, but some money can go there WAKE.
What I want me?
Women and children, the people that can divide milk and the show, yeah, and the money call WAKE. So the money can go there to help that program. Then the one they call CHIP.
What if they call it citizen? Why not? What are not citizen?
Oh, they will not get to do the citizenship.
No, they will not deport me.
No, you get paper. You
sure?
get paper. Once you live in here and you in a house,
Come on, so you got paper.
No problem. We're not asking for a social security.
They will not come to the house to check it.
No, they're not coming to the house.
The police will not come to the house.
No police coming to no house. We just want to know how much person in the house. For example, if 5 person in the house, then 4 not get paper, only 1 get paper. All of them you see here, even young baby in the house, you got to count them. Okay. Because the young baby here will get weight, they will get chip. Okay?
But the way they call the social security card,
we're not asking for social security card. The social security card has nothing to do with it.
Do you have my passport?
You remember in the Bauer? When Mary and Joseph went to the counter? That the same county here.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I have all the hotel will go. They never find anybody to stay. They stay in the day. So at the same country that going on in America. So right now, everything, yes. So when we do it now, they're not doing so again till 10 years from now. So everybody went in your house, make sure they can also, they follow the form, they can them. They're not asking for social security number, immigration not coming low for you, police not coming low for you. They will put the 2 baby plus the 5 person in your house and a 7 person. But ain't you living in your house?
Yeah, he's living in the business.
Once he's in the house, you got to count him. Whether he's steal and he's running away, you got to count him.
So the people when they call the ISIS, they will not come to my house?
No, ISIS come to your house. Nobody coming to your house. They sensor here, ain't see, I guess on here, ain't see the sensor here, all here. They say, put your hand on so we can count you.
Come on, put my hand on?
No, put your hand on the paper where they give you. Go there, you fill out that form, and put how much person in your house. And you need help to fill out the form. Then you come to us here to the multicultural community family service. We will help you. We give you the computer, your sex down, you fill out your form. No, we'll show you where to do for yourself and to fill out the form. Yeah? So you go online to www.my2020census.gov. But if you don't know it, when you can't get computer right here, you will sit down there, you will get a step showing you how to do it by yourself. How to do it. You will know it. You will know it because the computer, I just will click a link when it opens, then you put your information there, then you press submit. That one, how you can get on the tree and you can swipe your car. That is the same way he says, so if you are able to learn how to get on the tree with your car, you will do that one here. They get it, we will show you how to do it, then yourself can do it. They want nobody can do it for you. Yourself will do it. Oh, my yeah, mommy, yeah, my child. You're not lying to me, eh? Yeah. Don't not fire me while I lie. Yeah.
I'll bring my children over.
Bring all of them. Your check.
They
will not tell your son. No social security question there. No immigration question there. Check and check content. Okay? Okay, welcome. Don't be scared. Yeah. My sensor. My 2020 sensor. Yeah.
Alright.
So ain't see reading the thing now. You are saying that's it. So change on the same boat. Why get that again you? Sensor not there. I come back again you. Why you are running? Then come and move so they can take care of us. So they can understand it. Why we go from here? Okay now. Alright. So yeah. You see the picture? My 2020 census.gov. That the play you're going to go fair. But when you need help, the computer here, Multicultural Community Family Services will help you set up the computer, then you set up there yourself, fill it up. Or your son can go on his phone and fill it up. Or they send some letter in the mail. Check your mailbox. When you see the letter, you can call the number yourself and fill it up on the phone. Or you fill up the form and then you send it back by the same mail. Okay? All right.
Mommy,
yeah.
thank you plenty.
Okay, let's go bless you.
Plenty.
Stay safe,
Thank
stay
you.
sweet, stay
Okay.
sweet. And don't forget the coronavirus.
Okay.
Wash your
I'll
hands.
wash it.
Cover your nose,
Yes.
wear your shoe,
Okay.
and that other thing what you get for you.
All right.
Stay, take it. Stay safe, okay?
Thank you plenty, huh?
All right,
Thank
bye.
you plenty, Mommy.
Take
Thank you
care.
plenty. I carry my paper to my husband.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are right back with our discussion, positional asphyxia. We want to also let you know that this year, 2020, is a census year. Every 4 years, the Americans go into a census and then try to count everybody. We try to count everybody. It is better, it is right to be counted. So if you are not counted, you can't say government did not give you an incentive. Government want to know how many people living within the country, so they will know the services to render to us. If you living on one street, many of you living on one street, and let's say 10,000 persons on that street, but then you are not counted, they only have 9,000 persons over there. Now the services they will give over there will be just that amount to fit 9,000 persons. So that's why you don't want to be left out to be counted. We want you to be counted so that you can be included when government is rendering services, giving services to the citizen. All right, we want you to be counted. Okay, we just want you to know that. So let's go back to positional asphyxia. This is what we were talking about, like we have been talking to you before. We say that when the baby is positioned in the crib, the way you position the baby in the crib can block the airway. If the airway is blocked, that baby will not have enough oxygen, and the baby can become asphyxiated and no enough air going into the body. The organ will be deprived of oxygen over time. For a few times, that baby will die. Because if you don't have oxygen, there are nothing going to be working. You need your lungs to expand and retract right back again. Expand and come right back. Expand it and come back. Expand it and come back. That's what we call breathing. If the person is not breathing, if the person wants to take in air and he cannot take in air enough, that's not breathing, because the amount of air that you just took in is just small amount that will be able to supply your body. When you go look with a dark skin baby in the crib, you will not know if they are turning black. You will not know when they are turning black. But lighter skin baby, you will know they will start turning blue. You see, they will start turning blue. Whenever oxygen is in the blood, it's red. But when the oxygen leaves the blood, it's dark. This is what happens in the body. So let's say that it happened with the law enforcement officer that are going to arrest a suspect. All right, they grab that suspect, all right, and put that suspect on the floor. is to put that suspect on the floor on his back. His back is against the cement on the floor, but his mouth and nose are all open in the air. Okay, he's still breathing. He's still breathing. You're giving him air to breathe. But if they turn up that suspect face down, if his face is on the ground and his mouth or nose is completely halfway on against the cement, that particular suspect will not be taking in enough air. And besides, the lungs will not expand, the chest will not expand as normally will happen. Because when you're sitting down or you're doing anything, you're walking, when you're breathing, your lungs expand, your chest rise and go back together. It rise and go back together. But what happens if you put the person face down? He cannot take in and his chest cannot rise because you press his chest. So that means the lungs will not be able to expand. If the lung does not expand, like that, it means there are not enough air that the person is getting. Over time, if you stop that, now let's show you how this military man is positioning. How the military man position this person that they arrested. You see how the military man arrests this man and put and position him on the ground. Look at that. So our engineer going to put that particular demonstration of that military man on the screen so that we can see. So we will ask our engineer Derek put that on there so that we can see the military guy with this demonstration, so that we will be looking at then what we're talking about. Because when they position you this way, it is not going to be the right way, and you can, the person do not take in. Yeah. You see, the position of that person, the position of that person, that's what we want them to continue. We want that position of that person. Because all positional expression all depend on it, all about the position of the person, the position of the person you're putting down. If that person of that position is blocking the airway, it's not going to be the right thing to do. You can't put the person in any position that will block the airway. The airway has to be clear. You have to make sure to give that person. You see how that army person got that person on the floor. You see where the hand is? The hand is on the chest or on the neck, right under the chin. So in that way, he pressed against the trachea and the airway is blocked. The person's nose is open. The person's nose is open. And you see that the person's nose is open, the person's mouth is all showing up. But what happened to the trachea? He pressing towards it. He pressing towards that trachea. Now, the airway there is blocked. If the airway is blocked, that person is suffocating. There's no air, there's not enough air going in there. That person is suffocating. And if that person, if that military man continue in this position, that person may die. You see? This is what people are suspecting that happened with George Floyd, because his face was down, the lung was not expanding, and he could not get enough air, and it was for few time in that particular position. You see, this is what we're talking about. So positional asphyxia is very important for us to know. So we want you to be educated, even when you are playing, when the children are playing, when they are playing on the field or anything like that. It is not right for one child to fall and everybody go over that child. You see, if they go over that child for a long time, it will not be right because that child will be suffocating. You will not have air coming in. So it's not the right way to do. So when children are playing, we always have to be around to guide them so that one child will not fall on the floor and where the airway will be blocked and will not be having air for like few times. It's not right. You must have air at all time. So positional asphyxia is what people are suspecting that occur in what caused the death of George Floyd today. This is what we're talking about. So we want you to be educated on positional asphyxia. It happens most of the time with baby. When the way you position the baby, it happens most of the time with that. Okay? It happens most of the time with that. So baby positioning in the crib is we have to educate our young mothers around how to position their baby in a crib or anywhere in bed. You know, that is something that we don't want to happen. It is not the right thing to do. Okay? So that's why we need to make sure. All right, there was like some little technical crash that happened over there. So let us continue right back on. Like we were just telling you about. We want you to know that everybody should be counted this time. This year is a census year. Please make sure that you are counted so you will be included in services that government is going to render to every citizen. All right? Be mindful of that. Okay, so we were discussing this asphyxia. So at the end, we told you about the baby and we told you about when officer arrest a suspect, what they should do to safeguard that suspect so that the suspect will not die. You always have to keep them, put them in the position that they will not be obstructed from getting oxygen. Okay, that's what we talk about. You look at the baby, when a young mother who doesn't know how to take care of the baby, put the baby face down. It obstructs the airway. When you look at an officer who will grab a suspect, arrest a suspect, and put him down, face down, and obstruct the lungs from from expanding and from getting airway, block the airway, they all will suffer from asphyxiation death. So it's not the right way to do it. So for today, we will stop here. It was good that we had to teach you this. Tomorrow when we come back, we will be talking about forensic pathology, what is right for us in Liberia. Thank you for today. Goodbye.
Mommy,
Stay right there, go back.
what do you do?
Why you not wearing your mask?
For what do you?
You know they call coronavirus anytime before you come, you gotta have mask. You wear gloves that fine, but you gotta have your nose mask and cover your face. Yeah.
Why you put it on?
They clip that you see how I do my own, just fasten it and put your nose mask on and stand 6 feet from me.
Okay, but look at that paper. The way making me that paper, I don't know what the paper
My
says.
side gets on two on my desk here.
What is it?
The paper that to count everybody in America.
For what?
They call it a census.
They what
A census to count all the people who are here. When the government know how many people in Pennsylvania, for example, they stay what we live in, that how the government can get money to help take care of us.
money?
No, the money not for you. The money for the government here to take care of us. So, for example, each person when they come in, the government give $2,000 per person for their care. So which means there's different programs in Pennsylvania. The money will go to that. Then how we now the citizens can benefit. So their program they call WAKE. Some money can go there. WAKE.
What I want me?
Women and children, the people that can divide milk and the the money called WAKE. So the money can go there to help that program. Then the one they call CHIP.
They call it citizen. Why not? What are not citizen?
Oh, they will not get to do the citizenship.
No, they will not deport me.
No, you get paper.
You
get paper. Once you live in here and you in a house,
come on, so you got paper.
No problem. We're not asking for a social security.
They will not come to the house to check it.
No, they're not coming to the house.
The police will not come to the house.
No police coming to no house. We just want to know how much person in the hall. For example, if 5 person in the hall, then 4 not get paper, only 1 get paper. All of them you see here, even young baby in the hall, you got to count them. Okay. Because the young baby here will get weight, they will get chip. Okay?
But the thing when they call the social security card,
we're not asking for social security card. The social security card has nothing to do with it.
Do I have my passport?
You remember in the Bauer? When Mary and Joseph went to be counted? That the same county here.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that how all the hotel will go, they never find anybody to stay. They stay in the day. So that the same county that going on in America. So right now, everything, yes. So when we do it now, they're not doing so again till 10 years from now. So everybody went in your house, make sure they can outside, they follow the form, they can them. They're not asking for social security number. Immigration not coming low for you. Police not coming low for you. They will put the 2 baby plus the 5 person in your house and a 7 person. But ain't he living in your house? Once he's in the house, you got to count him. Whether he steal and he running away, you got to count him.
So the people when they call the ISIS, they will not come to my house?
No, ISIS coming to your house. Nobody coming to your house. They censor here. Ain't see, I guess, on here. Ain't see the censor here all year. They say, put your hand on so we can count you.
So I'm going to put my hand on?
No, put your hand on the paper where they gave you. Go there, you fill out our form, and put how much person in your house. And you need help to fill out the form. Then you come to us here to the multicultural community family services. We will help you. We give you the computer, your set down, you fill out your form. No, we'll show you where to do for yourself and to fill out the form. Yeah? So you go online to www.my2020census.gov. But if you don't know it, when you can't get computer right here, you will sit down there, you will get a step showing you how to do it by yourself. That will do it. You will know it. You will know it because the computer, I just will click a link when it opens, then you put your information there, then you press submit. That one man. How you can get on the tree and you can swap your car? That is the same way he says, so if you ever to learn how to get on the tree with your car, you will do that one here. They get it, we will show you how to do it, then yourself can do it. They want nobody can do it for you. Yourself will do it. Oh, my yeah, mommy, yeah, my child. You're not lying to me, eh? Yeah. Don't not fire me while I lie. Yeah.
I'll bring my children over.
Bring all of them. Your check. They will not tell your son. No social security question there. No immigration question there. They can and they can't. Okay? Okay, welcome. Don't be scared. Yeah. My sensor. My 2020 sensor. Yeah. So ain't see reading the thing now. You are saying that it. So change on the same way. Why get that again you? Since I'm not there, I come back again you. Why you are ready? Then come and move so they can take care of us. So they will not be scared. Why they go from here? Okay now. Alright. So Yeah, you see the picture? My 2020 census.gov. That the place you're going to go fill it. But when you need help, the computer here, Multicultural Community Family Services will help you set up the computer. Then you set up there yourself, fill it up. Or your son can go on your phone and fill it up. Or they send some letter in the mail. Check your mailbox. When you see the letter, you can call the number there and fill it up on the phone. Or you fill up the form and then you send it back by the same mail. Okay? All right.
Mommy,
yeah.
thank you plenty.
Okay, let's go bless you. Stay safe, stay sweet. And don't forget the coronavirus.
Okay.
Wash your hands.
I'll wash it.
Cover your nose.
Yes.
Wear your shoe.
Okay.
And that other thing what you get for you.
Okay.
Say take it. Stay safe, okay?
Thank you plenty, huh?
All right,
Thank
bye.
you plenty, Mommy. Thank you plenty. I carry my paper to my husband.
Yeah.